What's up guys, Steve again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. Another engine here. We have the Sisson overhead valve L4175. Now there is an older model of these, but this is the brand new one. It looks really nice. It comes in an assembled version or a kit version like we have here. And the links are down below if you want to go check it out. So I do a lot of engines on the channel lately, and hopefully I can put this one in something as well, like I have with the V8. This is the kit version, as you can see. Now for the instruction manual, you need to download it via QR code. It's all digital nowadays. Let's see what we get quickly. I'm not really going to go through the build series on camera. Other people have done that, so if there's anything exciting, I'll show it. But in this video, we'll go through it, see what you get in the actual box itself. So first up, we get a lot of gaskets and a lot of the tubing, coolant tubing and all that kind of stuff. Because what's really cool about this one is it has its own oil system. So there's no need to have oil in the fuel. It has its own oil pump. So that's excellent. So it's just like a real engine on a real car. I really like that. Interesting to see how that goes. Also does have a water pump as well. So you hook up a radiator. Obviously we get our screws, layers upon layers of goodness here. Check out this block. Cylinders are all in there. Cylinder liners are in there. Some of the stuff is pre-done for you as well. We have our oil sump. There's a pickup there as well at the bottom. Now I heard this on some other videos. It sounds really, really nice. It kind of sounds like an R1 or a CBR. And here we go. We've got our valves here. Inlet and exhaust valves. They're already pre-done for you, which is great. One less step that you have to do because it's pretty fiddly. But as you can see, beautifully machined. There's your crankshaft. Really nice. Various other parts in here. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to go through everything, but like I said, casting and the machining of these is really, really good nowadays. Now this one's got heaps of cool mechanical parts in there. Timing gears and all that kind of stuff, pistons. So let's pull this one out. Quickly go through. So first up, there we go. Check out that. It's a cam, a lot of gears here. Look, I think it's even got a dipstick. So that's your oil dipstick. It kind of screws into the side of the block. Pull out like a real car. You can show your oil level. Thought that's pretty neat. Connecting rod. So make sure when you're actually putting these together, you don't, you don't take all of them apart and mix up one connecting rod with the other. They're kind of mated together. So always make sure that you put the right ones back in. But there's your connecting rod, along with your pistons. That's really nice. Yeah, just check out the machining. Bearings, all that kind of things. One-way bearing, pulleys, are a lot of really nice things here. And like I said, I can't fault Sisson or Sisson, not too sure how you pronounce it. But everything is really nice. And your carburetor, nice stuff. Look at this. Manifold, that's super, super light. And your intake, beefy flywheel, it's super, super heavy. And this is so it's obviously 4-stroke, but it uses a CDI ignition system. So you have to buy all that stuff separately, but I'll leave a link for the engine and the accessory kit that you need to go with it. There's your flywheel cover with the bearing pre-installed. Press fit in there. Here's your starter gear. So that's why it's got the mesh here. It's going to hook up with your brush starter just here. Nothing too fancy. I wish these came in brushless, but it is what it is. And also some other parts. Look at that, the milling there on the side, or the machining. So it looks really, really good. Nothing that I see that's out of the ordinary here. Like toy and engines, they go really, really well together. I love them. And quickly go through some of the specs. So, like I said, it sounds like an R1 or CBR engine. So it's a 17.5cc, bore 6.7, stroke at 20 mil, speed is 1600 to 8,500 RPM. The starting power, depending, so that's a good point, reminding me. So with the pistons, you can either do an O-ring and a single, like a ring, or you can do 2 cast iron rings. So I'm going to be doing the 2 cast iron rings. I don't believe a rubber O-ring goes well or shouldn't be in an engine myself, but each to their own. So I'm going to be using both metal rings. What reminded me is you say if you're using the 2 rings, try 3S, so it's got a bit more power, but don't obviously push a starter with too long, otherwise you can burn them out. It should be pretty awesome. It does sound cool. But it gives you a little instruction manual on where everything goes and just some starting tips and all that kind of. So yeah, like I said, not going to put it together on camera unless there's something that really stands out. But if I don't see it again, we'll see the next video, hopefully installed, and we'll do our first run video. So cheers guys, links in the description down below. Go check out the Sisson overhead L4175. Looking really good.